Hello Stampers, this is Super Awesome Stamper Shirley Marker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wisconsin, USA. In this video, I will show you how to assemble your bookbinder kits in the mail for October 2023. Now this is a sample that inspired this kit, so let's get started. Inside your envelope, and I have been writing on the back flap the month and the year, and then the kind of kit type on the back to kind of help you organize if you've got a couple of kits lined up, stacked up. Dump everything out. And if there is weight and thickness, I tend to stuff some pattern paper in. And this is from the Snowflake Magic pattern paper. There are 3 different patterns in the pack. It's one-sided on, it's only one-sided patterned, but it has metallic foil on the one side. So set that aside, use that however you want. And then in your kit will be 2 of the exact same kits. We're only going to assemble one on camera because it's the exact same. And then you have 2 pieces of this polar bear print. Now I have already went ahead and fussy cut some of these. You don't have to watch me do that. But you'll have a various assorted polar bears depending on what part of the pattern paper that I cut apart for you. Now I want to take a minute and thank you for purchasing my kits in the mail. This is something new that I tried, the 3+1. So you get 3 kits, physical kits in your mailbox for October, November, and December of 2023, plus the accompanying companion emailed PDF with all of the measurements, and then the supply list for the supporting samples that are included in that PDF. So it's a super value. All right, so open up your card kit, and you can start fussy cutting while I'm chit-chatting here if you'd like. I use our paper snips to fussy cut all of these items. Now, I've already cut and scored, so you've already got that bookbinder score right there. But I'm going to go through measurements in case you've misplaced the PDF and are looking through this video later on. So you can get 2 card bases. Oh, I don't know if I want to pull that apart. 2 card bases off an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. It's cut the long way at 4 1/4, and then it is scored at, let me make sure I say this right, 4 1/4 and 5.5 inches. So I would, if you're going ahead and doing these more beyond what you've got in the kit, I would score first and then cut second. All right, and then everything else is kind of an easy measurement. Everything is 4 by 4. Let me set that aside, or 1 by 4. Now these embellishments, I've given you more than what you'll use. And then 2 strips, so with the pattern paper. I've given you 2 of these snowflake ones, but we're only going to use 1, so set that aside. Also, you're going to use only a set of polar bears, so you have more polar bears than what you use on your card, unless you want to cover your whole card with polar bears. And then I gave you 2 pieces of the basic white measured 4 by 4. We're only going to use 1 for the inside. You can use a little bit of the large square for your sentiment. I'm going to set one aside and I'm going to use some scrap instead. All right, so let's go ahead and decide on the inside and the outside what this is going to look like. That's the inside, white. This is going to be the outside piece. We're going to have a strip here. I am going to put this polar bear on the outside. I did cut off this little guy right here. It was on the edge of the paper. That would look great right there. And then on the outside, I've got a little bear that's going to go on this side of the tree, which means I'm not going to use 2 of these polar bears, and that's totally fine. You can put them wherever you want, on the back of your card, on your envelope, save them for another card. Okay, so that's how I'm going to assemble some of my pieces. So I'm going to adhere some of this down. I like to adhere as I assemble. That way I make sure I'm using all of the pieces up. Okay, now score back on this score line, fold back. Grab your bone folder, crisp that edge up. That will show you where you want your white piece to, inside white piece. And before I do that, I'm going to actually do some stamping on this. So So I'm going to pull in a scrap piece of the Designer Series paper backer sheets. I'm going to pull in a Night of Navy. So you need to add your own adhesives, your ink pads, and your stamp set. I'm going to do, I'm going to pull in some snowflakes. So I'm using the Sparkling Snowflakes stamp set for all 3 months. I'm going to show you how. This is the 2-step stamping. We've got a full image snowflake there. I'm going to stamp off to get most of the ink off of that. And then I'm going to put that up there. And then I'm going to come through with the Night of Navy. So it kind of gives it a 3D look. And you can see the details on that Night of Navy stamp. Okay, and I'm going to set that way aside, those ink pads, so I don't get anything else anywhere else. Pull back in my card, and I'm going to adhere this down. So hold it back so you can see where your inside is. Okay, that's the inside. Now flip that shut. Now flip the front shut and grab this other piece. It measures 4 by 1, 4 inches by 1 inches. And all the measurements are in that emailed PDF. You might want to start assembling or just filing all my emails that have PDFs in one spot on your computer. That way you don't accidentally delete them, and if your trash is deleted every month or every so often, you won't lose them if you put my email in the trash. And you can just mark it stamp PDFs or kits in the mail PDFs or PDFs from your favorite Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Okay, there's that. Now I am totally out of dimensionals, but I would recommend popping these up because there's going to be this thickness on this bow. And you know what? I might not pop those up, but again, put some dimensionals on the back and pop them up, because that thickness over on the right side will help balance the thickness on the left side when you mail it. So yeah, I think I'm going to wait on that. So next thing would be to pull in my stamp set, my sentiment, little scrap. Again, if you got scrap, I'd recommend you use that, and then save that 4 by 4 inch square for something else. Make the season sparkle. Okay. And I pulled the paper piercing mat in because I was stamping with a photopolymer stamp. And having a little bit of cushion behind the paper when you're using a photopolymer stamp helps that ink transfer a little better. And then just fussy cut your sentiment. I didn't like a big sentiment on this card. We got a lot going on. And I see I did not add any embellishments to my sample card, so we're going to have to do that because I included embellishments in your kit. Okay, this I did tape down, so I can go ahead and do that. I'm going to put it on the right side this time because your focus is kind of moving in here with the bear looking that way, but on this one the focus is kind of looking in. Put it over here, it's kind of hanging out there all on its own. So I kept on looking in my stamp room for more dimensionals. Like I might have a package tucked somewhere not in the usual spot, but nothing has shown up over the weekend. So, all right, the ribbon just goes in the inside in the bookbinder. It doesn't go around the back. So that's why I put adhesive in the center. And there. So I have a little more hanging off that behind loop. It's a little longer than the front loop, and that should be okay flip that down. Now you can use our tear and tape if you want a more secure option. Flip this around. And if you don't like what your loops look like, just untie it and reposition it on the adhesive. Okay. So the way I tied it, we got pretty close to a good on that one side. We have a little bit off on that side. And I tend to make my tails, try to do like symmetrical. So the right tail is going this way and the left tail is going that way. So on the top on the right, I've got a longer tail than on the bottom on the right. And on the left side, on the top is shorter than the bottom left. Does that make sense? Can y'all see what I'm saying there? I think that looks finished and professional, like a professional card maker that we are. All right, now get your dimensionals out and pop those up. And then we're gonna add some sparklies to both of them. Like I'm not sure why I didn't do it on my sample card. It could have been because when I designed the cards, I wasn't sure if I'd get more of these in, and they restock these. All right, so good thing about these embellishments is that they're on these acetate sheets, so you can put them wherever you want. And you'll notice the blue one's probably separated. I'm not sure, that's just how they manufactured them. They came and added the blue over the green and white acetate strip. So make your season sparkle. I don't like it in the center of the star. Let's do it over on this one. And there's two sizes. There's a small and a larger. And make the season sparkle. Do I like the... Oh, I might like, actually, the small white in the center of the star. And then since we have white ribbon here and a lot of blue, I think I'm going to use the white for accents. One on each on the scarf. Large one, the larger size, and then the smaller size, maybe in front of the word make, and maybe after the word sparkle. All right, and then the rest of those, you can certainly sparkle up your card if you'd like, but those are extra for you to use as you wish. And this completes the first assembly video for October 2023 Kits in the Mail. You have a second kit to assemble exactly the same way with other polar bears to add to your card. And I have extra ones, so let's see, let's open this one up. I did one there. We could probably put one on the back of each card. How's that? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed assembling your kits in the mail with me, the bookbinder design. Again, look for that emailed PDF tutorial for the cutting measurements and supplies for the additional cards that were created in this design from the other demonstrators that participate in this program. And then be looking for the November kits in the mail early November, and the December kits will probably land in your snail mail box end of November. I've got some of those kits prepared, but I need to purchase some more supplies and get them in before I can finish making those kits up. All right, thanks again for trying out my new 3+1 offering. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll stamp with you soon. Bye. Hey, before you go, I want to extend the opportunity for you to join my super awesome Stampers team. Be a demonstrator by signing up with me through my online store. Right now through October 31st, 2023, you get to take advantage of the 35% off promotion. You can either get 35% off the normal cost of the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit and get up to $125 worth of product for only $64.35 plus tax. Shipping is free on a starter kit. Or option 2 is get 35% more product in your starter kit, receive $168.75 of product up to that amount for only $99 plus tax. So you get some free business supplies, the current catalogs, and other supplies in your kit as well, which are thrown in free. If you're interested in taking advantage of this offer, I urge you to do it sooner rather than later so we can get the paperwork submitted. It's all done online through my online store at sjsinks.stampinup.net. Look for the Join Now button or contact me for more details. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.